Hello friends, myself Professor Shantaya Gurmat, Department of Botany, MGVC Arts, Commerce and Science College, Mudebiyal, Karnataka State. Friends, today's class we discuss about morphology of angiosperms. Second one is stem system. The stem is the ascending portion of the axis of a plant, developing directly from the plumule. It bears leaves, branches, and flowers. When it is young, it is normally green in color. There is a variety of stem structures adapted to perform diverse functions. They may be aerial or underground. Aerial stems may be erect, rigid, and strong, holding themselves in a upright position, while there are some too weak to support themselves in such a position. They either trail on the ground or climbing neighboring plants and other objects. Then we discuss about modification of stem. First one is underground modification of stem. Number one, rhizome. Rhizome is a prostrate, thickened stem creeping horizontally under the surface of the soil. It is provided with distinct nodes and long or short internodes. It bears some scaly leaves at the nodes, possesses a bud in the axil of the scaly leaf, and ends in a terminal bud. Some slender adventitious roots are given off from its lower side. The best example is ginger, and another example is turmeric. Second one is tuber. This is the solar end of a spatial underground branch. The underground branch arises from the axil of a lower leaf, grows horizontally outwards, and ultimately swells up at the apex. It has on its surface of a number of eyes or buds which grow into a new plants. Adventitious roots abundantly formed in other underground stems are usually absent in tubers. A tuber is often very swollen, owing to a heavy deposit of food material, becoming almost spherical. The best example is potato. Third one is bulb. This is an underground modified shoot consisting of a short-ended, convex or slightly conical stem, a terminal bud, and numerous scale leaves. The scale leaves, often simply called scales, grow from the upper surface of the stem or around it, while a cluster of adventitious roots are given off from its base. The inner scales are commonly fleshy and other ones dry. The scales may surround the stem in concentric rings as in onion. The best example is onion. Fourth one is corm. This is condensed form of rhizome consisting of a stout, solid, fleshy underground stem growing in the vertical direction. It is more or less round in shape and often somewhat flattened from top to bottom. It contains heavy deposit of food material and often grows to a considerable size. It bears one or more buds in the axils of scale leaves, and some of these buds develop into daughter corms. Adventitious roots normally develop from the base, but sometimes also from the sides. The best example is Amorphophallus. Second one is subaerial modification of stem. Number one, runner. This is a slender, prostrate branch with long or short internodes, creeping on the ground and rooting at the nodes. The runner arises as an axillary bud and creeps some distance away from the mother plant, then strikes roots and grows into a new plant. Many such runners are often produced by the mother plant and they spread out on the ground on all sides. They may break off from the mother plant and grow as an independent daughter plants. The best examples are oxalis and grasses. Second one is stolon. This is also slender lateral branch originating from the base of the stem, but first grows obliquely upwards to some extent and then bends towards the ground, striking roots at the tip and producing a bud. The latter soon grows into a daughter plant. A stolon may grow further in the same way, producing roots and buds at successive stages. Many such stolons, each provided with a long or short internodes, may grow out of the mother plant and spread out in different directions. The best example is mentha. Then third one is offset. This originates in the axils of a leaf as a short, more or less thickened horizontal branch. It elongates only to a certain extent and a cluster of small roots below. The offset often breaks away from the mother plant and then the daughter plant embarks on a separate career. The best example is Iconia and the other one is offset. Fourth one is sucker. The sucker is also a lateral branch developing from the underground part of the stem at its node, but it grows obliquely upwards and directly gives rise to a leafy shoot or a new plant. Occasionally, it grows horizontally outwards only to a certain extent, but some it turns up, as in chrysanthemum. And another example is mentha. Third one is aerial modification of stem metamorphosis. Number one, stem tendril. This is a thin, wiry, leafless, spirally curled branch by which climbers attach themselves to neighboring objects and climb them. Stem tendrils as seen in fashion flower. Then thorn. The thorn is hard, often straight and pointed structures. It is generated as a modified branch because it arises in the axils of a leaf or sometimes at the apex of a branch, which is the normal position of a bud. Thus, the best example is lemon and another example is duranta. Then phylloclade. This is a green, flattened or cylindrical stem or branch or unlimited growth consisting of succession of nodes and internodes at long or short intervals. The phylloclade is characteristically developed into a xerophytic plants where the leaves often grows out feebly or fall off early or are modified into spines, evidently reducing evaporating surfaces. The phylloclade then takes over all the functions of leaves, particularly photosynthesis. It is also often functions as a storage tissue, retaining plenty of water and mucilage. The best example is Opuntia. Then cladode. In some plants, one or more short green cylindrical or sometimes flattened branches of limited growth develops from the node of the stem or branch in the axils of scale leaf. Such a branch is known as the cladode. The example is asparagus. Then fifth one is bulbil. The bulbil is a spatial multicellular body essentially meant for the reproduction of the plant. It may be the modification of a vegetative bud or floral bud. In case it detaches itself from the mother plant and grows into a new independent one. The best examples are Dioscorea and the other one is agave. And lastly, we discuss about branching. The mode of arrangement of branches on a stem is known as branching. There are two principal types of branching. First one is lateral and second one is dichotomous branching. Lateral branching, when the branches are produced laterally, that is from the sides of the main stem, the branching is called lateral. The lateral branching may be number one is racemose, that is indefinite or monopodial. Second one is cymose or definite branching. Okay, thank you friends. So we meet in the next video.